Three,
We
2, 1, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 77th episode of SNL, and the reason we are right with the number because I am doing it.
also I just noticed that you can see it on top. For 69th episode, I've missed that thing that you can see the episode number on the top.
Okay. That's also there. That's and this is a very exciting week because after November and December and all that drought, we now finally have really exciting news.
Also, this is a different kind of SNL. Few things will be changing. We are introducing few new sections and we are discontinuing some old sections. So, like always, let us know how's the audio and video quality before we get started.
Of
And
course, we
what
like
are
to
we?
keep experimenting things because even you guys would have like the best of all of it, like the best content that you can get. So we'll be experimenting things. You're asking something.
Yeah. Let's ask the honest chat. What do you guys think we are gonna change this time?
You, hello,
There's
hello, hello,
certainly
everyone.
there's certainly bigger updates.
Okay, Pratik audio bad. Hey, my audio is good. I've been. Come on, come on. Yes, Pratik's video is the best one. That is the sort of feedback we expect from you. Give us good feedback. So basically, there are a lot of things in news, and our dear favorite, the phone that cannot stop, the company that cannot stop itself from leaking, Pixel 7a has been leaked in full glory video. You're gonna be reacting to it, and you guys gonna see it live. And I refrained myself from seeing the video because I wanted to react live on it and see how it goes on because I'm a long-term Pixel 6a user, and A series is India's favorite series. And then you have Microsoft. Microsoft is in the news. Microsoft is kind of get integrating Chat GPT in Bing. So finally, you will have a competition for Google. But will Google go down, go up? That we'll talk about. Another news, there is lots of iPhone stuff. India is mandatory. India is bringing USB-C mandatory on all the smartphones. And the only smartphone which doesn't have Type-C charging is our dear Apple. And then we have Apple donating MagSafe to Android. And finally, we'll talk about OnePlus 11 on all the upcoming phones. And then we have a surprise section for you people, which would be fun.
Let's ask the honest chat. Let's see if you can guess it. What is the surprise edition? So there is one section that we are adding in the SNL, and there's one section that we are removing from this SNL, just to mix things up and experiment, see what you guys like and what you guys don't. So yeah, let's see if anyone can guess it right. I think what we are removing is pretty evident. You guys can guess it.
Oh, satellite messaging on Android. That's awesome. Did you hear about this?
In S23.
Not in S23, actually. It was in the Qualcomm event, and they said they are adding a functionality in Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 where you could send messages to the satellite and talk back without any network and everything, of course.
Okay, so some of the people in the honest chat were able to guess it right. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to QuizWiser, and it's time to say hello to Gadget Reviews.
GadgetWiser. We have
GadgetWiser.
like really nice gadget, and how do you do that? Saw Madagascar. They used to do cool stuff with it.
So, not just that, we have three interesting gadgets that we have personally tested, we have personally used, and you have not seen them yet on our videos. So, it's like a sneak peek, good gadgets that we personally use every day, and we will be talking about more openly in this live session. So, let's see how you guys liked it. Gadget Advisor.
See, people are liking it. There is a telepathy with the TechWiser audience. This is the type of feedback. People like it and will do it. Gadgetia Wiser. That's like a good Hindi. Then tadka to it. That's a nice name.
Chalo, let's start
Okay,
then.
let's. How much do you think Pixel 7a would cost? Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video?
No, I haven't. Can we see it
You
online? Is
haven't.
it online?
Yes, we can see it online, of course. Your wish is my command. Sometimes I believe words flow out of my mouth, and I believe
Stop.
Pixel is the only company that cannot, like, I think 7a would be a bit far away. Generally the launch happens around May, and it's about a healthy 4 to 5 months far away. I think the previous year they launched Android 13 with the Pixel 6a, so this year also they'll launch Android 14 with Pixel 7a. But this is the actual video. Can I go full screen? Oh, if I go full screen, you can't see it, right?
No, no, I can, I can.
Good. Okay, this is full screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So yes, this is the Pixel 7a, and can you see the resemblance? Like, okay,
Looks a lot similar to 6A,
does it? The 7 one looked like
right?
it's the same dynamic island on the back, but 6a didn't have that. Okay, yeah, looks quite similar. Although I'm not a fan of this color, but yeah, so at least some
Okay.
phone will have USB-C.
So what do we know about this 7A?
As of now, hold on, it's just coming right there. So it says, and this is, I think, this is just top of my head. I'm assuming this is Thai or maybe something Indonesia. So the language I'm not sure, but you can see 60 to 90 hertz. So as of now, Pixel 6a doesn't have 90 hertz display. To everyone's surprise, that was the most criticized thing. Like, it doesn't have a 90 hertz display. So 7a is gonna get 90 hertz display.
Okay, nice. So there's 190 hertz. What else is there? Any idea about the pricing? Or will it be coming in India?
It definitely, most definitely. If they brought Pixel 7, they'll obviously be bringing Pixel 7a to India. And and this is all speculation. They're saying they're going with a 64 megapixel camera and a
Mhm.
13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, which looks like more megapixels than Pixel 7, but
Okay,
it's quite
so
strange.
it's 90 hertz and 64 megapixel camera. That's
Camera
two things.
plus 13 megapixel ultra wide. Most definitely, it's an ultra wide angle camera.
Nice. And what do you think would be the Indian pricing?
So when Pixel 6a launched, it was of course 44,000, and I think we are gonna say it forever. Pixel pricings are like the worst in India. Like, they, I think they just release it and then they think about it like, oh, we did it wrong. We should have priced it 10,000 less. So it launched in India for 44,000. We bought it for 44,000, and then the price went down to about, just the big billion day. It came under 30,000, and then after that it still sells for the same price. So I'm hoping somewhere around again 40,000.
Okay.
That's what my
Oh,
guess
yeah.
would be.
Don't you think that Redmi Note 12 5G is overpriced? What is the pricing? I think there were three phones, na? 12 Pro and Pro Plus.
So actually we did tweet it out,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, if you think about it, nowadays the pricings are very confusing because they put it in after offers, without offers, then you have pre-launch offers and all of that. So without offer, the Redmi Note 12 cost 16,499, which is again a 5G phone. The Redmi Note 12 Pro cost 24,999, and Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus cost 29,999.
Okay, so 16, 24, and 20, 30.
16 point, yeah, precisely, yeah,
Mm.
somewhere around that, without offers.
Quite a difference.
Quite a difference. And if you compare it with previous year phones, there's like about 5,000 rupees bump in all the models, I think, except the base one.
Okay, let's move on to the next news. Oh, CES. Hey, hi Yash. Any favorite in CES this year? Hey, you were talking about that news in CES.
So there was one news where Qi Qi, if you people don't know, Qi is wireless charging for your phone. Like every phone has to, in order to support wireless charging, has some of their mechanism, and the common standard is Qi charging.
Mm-hmm.
And just like for wired charging, you have USB PD, the same way you have Qi charging. So they came in with announcement, and surprisingly, Apple is contributing to open standard, and they are giving away their MagSafe technology. So now when Qi 2 comes, it will be somewhat like MagSafe that you have on iOS, iPhones. So you will have a wireless charger that will stick on the back of your Android, and I'm just assuming, and you'll have wireless charging. So initially they are going to go for 15-watt charging, and that I think is will give the only thing that I envy from iPhone is the amount of accessories and good cases and things that they have. And kudos to Apple for that. I think they are expensive, and I think iPhone users also spend on it. But I love the type of accessories they have, like the wallet they had. Like I really liked that the wallet you could put on back, you could put a card, cash, and it looked pretty good. Then they had like a power bank that you can stick on the back, and it would wirelessly charge. So it's
Hmm.
nice
In
when it
general,
comes to Android. I would
Apple accessories are better. Even you are agreeing to that.
no is just accessories. I'm not talking about phone. But in terms of accessories, even if you go to the market, like I went in to buy a nothing phone one case, and this phone is like really hyped online. Like if you go on, you will get crazy cases. You will get lots of variety. Even there are skin makers which are putting colors on back of it. But if you go to the offline market, it's clearly dominated by iPhone. And you get so good, beautiful cases, accessories like AirPod cases and all of that. Like it's all lopsided. Like for Android, you have to really, really search. But for iPhone, you just have to have an iPhone, you'll get the best accessories.
Is the iPhone getting a price reduction this year? Oh, and what about the news that we just broke in that the iPhone has to use Type C? Don't you think the
Type C
price would
charging.
increase after that?
I mean, there's no law on increasing or decreasing the pricing, so they can charge a premium for a Type C.
Mhm. Okay, for
No.
all those people who don't know what exactly this law says.
So basically, India is discussing, and it's not exactly a law, but it has come from the highest authorities that it is Union Consumer Affairs Secretary. So basically, they are talking about they are in conversation with the brands, in conversation internally, and they will mandate USB-C charging for all smartphones as of now. And they'll also have a common charging port for wearables, TWS, and all of that. But that's still in thought process. But for smartphones, you are going to get Type C across, or in general consumer electronics. And one of the main reasons is, of course, to reduce electronic waste, and second is, since Europe has done it, and now they'll have USB-C charging, it would be all the waste would be dumped over here, e-waste. So that's why they're like, no, even we don't want all the micro USB, lightning, and all that kind of stuff. We'll have a standard charging port. So do
Nice.
you think,
So
and it's gonna happen up until they're giving a deadline of around March 2025. No, that does not mean they'll include charger. No, they're not
they
including
included charges in Brazil, but that doesn't
Brazil.
mean they might have
That's
to.
a different country.
That's a different thing. What they would do is they will have to set they need to have Type C in iPhone, which currently has a Lightning port. But what do you think? What like do you think that will happen, or do you think the brand will somehow find a creative solution around it?
I don't think a lot of people say like they're gonna go portless, like they'll have just MagSafe and they wouldn't put any ports in it. I don't believe that's gonna happen. I think they're finally gonna move to Type C, but
Hmm.
yeah. Why not? Why not? But I'm still thinking about that would also cause a lot of trouble because we have a Mac, they have AirPods, they have Apple mouse, they have a keyboard, and they have lots of stuff that still uses a lightning cable.
Hmm. What if they provide a dongle inside the box?
They
Will that?
can, because with the latest iPad, they did give like the most weirdest dongle. It goes Type C to Lightning, and then you can charge the pencil, which is like the most weirdest dongle they could have made. And they do
Yeah,
make a lot of money with dongles.
I think, yeah, Harish is right. Apple is opening MagSafe for everyone.
Apple is opening MagSafe for everyone. Yeah, that's the news from the CES. Yeah.
So, like, what exactly will happen? Do Android, like, do all the Android manufacturers will comply to this, or even Android people have choices?
They have choices. Like if you get a Xiaomi phone, as of now, everyone supports Qi charging. So if you have a Xiaomi phone or if you have a OnePlus or iQOO phone, they brand it as 50-watt wireless charging. But that 50-watt wireless charging is their SuperVOOC or Xiaomi Charge, that technology. But they do support still. If you charge it from a normal Qi wireless charger, they'll fall back to 18 watt. I think that's the maximum Qi wireless charging now operates at 18-20 watt. So the brand has to implement, like, remember, like, even fast charging there is a standard like USB PD, but not every phone manufacturer supports USB PD, so it's just up to the manufacturer. So I
Okay.
might have Qi 2, if I have Qi 2 charging, then I have to support that MagSafe stuff. But if I completely omit Qi 2 charging, but I can still give wireless charging in my phone, so it's not like every Android phone will then have a MagSafe.
What if they switch Lightning port connecting to the charger and USB-C as the other end? I didn't get it. What if they change? What if they switch
What if
Lightning
they
port?
just flip the cable, is what he means. What if you get a Type C in iPhone, but the charger port is Lightning?
Will
Ah,
that
that
work?
would
Will
be
it even
that would
comply
be.
with law? I don't think that complies with the law. The lawmakers are not that naive to
Huh, I mean,
that.
yeah.
Like if they are saying in that any if that gadget charges, it needs to have Type C port. That is the law. If there's a battery, if it recharge, it needs to have Type C.
That would be such a troll move, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think they'll do it. But that would be such a troll move, though.
Cool.
So, what do you
Yeah,
think about governments banning or governments enforcing laws on companies? What's your thought on it? Like, should there be even a law to force everyone to use Type C?
I think to a certain extent, yes. Like it should be an open market. It should be a well-regulated open market. So
Hmm.
regulation should be there, but the market should be open. If the combination is well, then the thing it works the best. But yeah, like I don't have any solid opinions on that. So this is something that I will have to read and understand.
It's your
What do
hot
you
take
think?
on top of your head.
I can't
I've
have a
actually
hot
thought
take.
about it. I have not reached to anything. But what if, like, just think about 5 years back, and the government has said, like, every charging device must have a micro USB port. So,
Mhm.
if you need to make a device which has a Type C charging, but you still have to make a micro USB port. So,
Mhm.
suppose if something better comes than Type C charging, how do you deal with that?
That's also
It's,
there, but
it's
but if but if it's on it if but if it's regarding e-waste, then I think if you let any commercial entity think about waste, they won't
hmm,
ever think about the
they
waste.
won't have to think about it.
They never think like any commercial or for-profit organization. For them, waste is a burden. They always want to get rid of the waste in the in the most cheapest way possible. So at that time, when it comes to waste or anything like that, government has to step in. Okay,
Perfect.
should we start that GadgetWiser? I'm really
Yes,
excited.
let's go.
Okay, so I have two products, and I think you have one.
I have one.
Okay,
And
so
mine is sort of a DIY, which I made for this live session, but yeah, mine is sort of a DIY.
let's ask the honest chat. So here's a format. We are gonna show you three products that we personally use, and this has not been featured on TechWiser video yet. So in case you have any questions, you can ask them live, and we can even test it in front of you. Let's go. Yep. Okay, so should I start first?
I I have to take some time to get used to it, but yeah.
Okay, so here's a first gadget. I think some of you guys might have seen in the YouTube shorts. So
You just said. You
that's
just,
YouTube shorts. That's YouTube shorts.
you just said.
Okay. So I think you did the short. You might be able to explain it better in case I missed something.
Go
So yeah.
for it. I think that's your creation. Go for it.
So here it is. Most of you guys might be using, like, this is a pull-up bar. You might have seen this before, and a lot of you guys might have seen this before. But what makes it different from all the other pull-up bars is, first, you don't have to install it or drill anything on your wall. You can pretty much, like, it opens from here. This is a middle portion. You can stick it in two walls and just have to rotate this. How do you do it? It's to, oh yeah. So you just have to rotate this and then it start expanding. You have to put it in any wall or any concrete. Once it get fixed, you can use these latches, the ones that you see here, to fix it, and that's it. Now it will become solid and you can use your pull-ups, chin-ups, whatever you want to do, you can do it. And the second best part about this is, you first is you don't have to drill it, and second, it also has this water bubble, or you can say a leveler
Spirit
here,
level.
spirit level. So a lot of time when you're doing a pull-ups and if the bar is misaligned, you might end up with an injury. So this thing, you can see that it's, if it's in right in the center, you will know that it's correctly aligned, and in that way you can avoid any injuries. So overall, we, like, I bought it for new year. As expected, I'm not using it at the moment.
How about 369 likes and you do a pull up? How about
Oh,
369 likes and you do a pull up? Uh,
I will have to arrange it. Maybe some
of
other time.
course.
Maybe some other time. But overall, it's a really a sturdy product, and if, especially if you're living in a rented apartment or maybe in a hostel where you don't have permission to drill in the walls or do anything, you can just take it, use it. Once you are done, take it with you in your next hostel room or anything like that. It's a bit expensive. I think you can get it for somewhere between 1500 rupees to 2000 rupees. For a pull-up bar, it's a bit expensive. But then again, this is something that will last for a couple of years, maybe even like a decade if you want. So a good investment.
Just
Yep.
to add on it, personally, I'm gonna buy it. And yeah, people are pointing out it's katana pull up bar. So I think that's what they call it. Katana
Oh,
pull up
nice.
bar.
How many of you guys have bought this? Let us know.
So
Fit wise,
so is this part of your new fitness 2023 resolution?
it's a part of my few new fitness aspiration resolution.
Aspiration.
I'm aspirational fitwiser.
Fitwiser, aspirational
Like everyone,
Fitwiser.
I'm one of those guys who gets the gym membership of entire year in the first week of January.
I think I will buy it. I was quite impressed with it. Like personally, I was impressed with it. I didn't know like something like that existed, to be honest. And you
Hmm.
people can go call me noob or whatever, but I'm not that much into gym and all that stuff. So I never thought of searching it that way. But yeah, it starts from, I think you get a cheaper ones on Amazon as well. I was searching, you get for 60, 600, 700. But since thing has to be like very sturdy, get a good one. Like if you're, even if you're buying, like get something around 1500 or 2000, because that wouldn't break.
Hmm. What about
Uh,
your gadget? Let's bring on
my
your gadget.
gadget. My gadget is actually a very DIY, but it, oh, I didn't knew this, but so I don't know why they, I know, but why they call it. This is a homemade smart breaker. So you can make your existing house smart. And then I understood why they're calling it smart breaker, because you just, if you turn off a switch, it breaks the circuit. And if you turn it on, it connects the circuit. So they're calling it a smart breaker, which I was like, okay. But I'll have to adjust this thing. Hold on. Since I have a moving part, I can actually fix this.
Okay, meanwhile, you guys let us know how did you like this Gadget Wiser series, and if you would like us to leave a link to these everything that we discuss in the description of this video. Just let us know in the chat as well. Of course, just a fair disclaimer that the links that we will provide will be affiliate links. However, all the products that we are covering here are not sponsored by any brand, and if that happens, we will definitely let you know.
As always. Oh, this is a Mac camera.
Oh, you are using M2.
Of
Nice.
course, I'm using M2, but this is not the one I was
That's an upgrade
for Mac for the
for
Mac
a Windows
for the
user. For a
MacBook.
Windows user.
I thought for the MacBook you're talking about. That's an upgrade for the Mac that I'm using it. Ah, see the difference. See the difference in quality of the webcam. So this is the device I was talking about, and this is basically a smart breaker. And you would need an electrician to fix this, but your existing switch and socket you can put behind it, and this would convert it into a smart switch. So basically, I'll have to turn it on now. Ah, and this just cost around, I think, 999, and this works on your AC, fridge, geyser, everything. So all your 16 amp heater and all kind of stuff. I'm going to use it today, by the way. Why did I choose the messiest gadget I could? Should have
Pratik
choose the
using Bootcamp. I don't think Bootcamp versus M2 and M3. You
worst.
have to use parallels now. Okay, so this is how you power this up.
Yes, you can power it because I have a moving extension. I'll have to put
And you
it
can
in
see
this.
something from Xiaomi.
And this is how you turn it on. And how do I? What do I turn on and what do I turn off? Okay, let me do the bulb. So now I'm
Okay,
going to
just show us the module and explain it how it works.
So basically, this goes between your switches and the main connection. And
Mm-hmm.
if you turn it, and you can just use an app to turn this off and turn it on. And we have done in this DIY thing, but you can put it in any other home socket or everywhere. It will work in any of it. And now you can see the light behind me is turned on and it is connected to it. And now I can just go to this app and this is it. Where is it? And I can just turn it off.
Oh, nice.
Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. It also makes a sound.
Okay, so just to revise, if I get it right, it's basically a one channel module which you can fit into any existing socket or a plug at your house. You don't have to buy anything extra. So for 999, you can turn anything, any appliances, any existing appliances or a switchboard in your house into a smart switchboard, which you
Smart
can
switchboard.
control, which you can
Control,
control
yes.
with an app. And what do you get
Control
in
it.
the app? Like, can I schedule it as well? If I'm outside my home, can I
You can
turn it
actually.
on?
You can put a
Hmm.
timer if you want to turn
Okay.
it on. If you want to schedule, so you can say like I want to turn it on at 10 in like I want to turn on my AC at 10 in the morning, 11 in the night and turn it off at 4 in the morning. You can do that.
Mhm.
Or you can just have a timer to turn it off. Like let's just keep oh, this is minute. Minute would be too much. Okay, so now this is a countdown. So in 57 seconds, the light behind me should turn off. So
Nice.
I think it costs
1,000.
some
Yeah, I think it costs less than 1,000 rupees. And for
less
people
than
who are saying that it might be costly, well, you also have to factor in the fact that it's reusable. So you can use
hmm.
it at one place, and then take it with you in the next place you go, and then take it place with you next. So you can reuse it anywhere you want. That's there.
It's costly. I would say you can get existing like smart switches that cost about the same 799. If you put it this way, if you go and buy a smart AC, or if you already
Hmm.
it's mostly
Oh,
for
yeah.
existing things. If you go and buy a smart AC, that would cost you like 50, 60,000, 6,000 more than the normal AC.
Hmm, nice.
So
Okay.
that way, yeah.
Okay, now moving into the third
The
gadget, which
light
is
turned off.
oh yeah, it does. So yeah, now finally moving on to the third gadget, which is also personally I'm using it recently. So as you guys know, it's very cold. It can get very cold in North India, and and out of everyone, I'm not a very big fan of cold climates or cold weather. So initially, I was using an oil heater, but I do understand oil heaters are very expensive and not for everyone. So people who are living in hostels or people who are like the bachelors who have just living in colleges or in hostels or flats, etc., who don't want to invest a lot of money into an oil heater, which we do recommend by the way, but they still want to get rid of the cold. So I got, and even I'm using it right now to keep my feet warm. This smart blanket. So
Uh-huh.
interestingly, I hope you guys can see this in the video. So how this smart blanket work, and I'm pretty sure most of you might have seen this if you have traveled into in some cold cities, in especially like Shimla or Himachal. You might have seen hotels using this a lot. So how it works is you get a, it's connected with via electricity. So it gets an electric current which passes through it, and then there is some sort of material inside it. I'm not sure if it's a liquid or if it's something else which heats up the entire blanket. You can put it underneath your bed sheet, and then while you're sleeping it will keep you warm enough. And here's the fun part, you can also, I'm not sure if you can see, you can also control the degree of it. So there's 2, then there is 1, and then there is 0 in case you don't want to use it. So, like before buying it, I had this thought in mind that does it actually works or not? Will it, like what if I get a shock? That was the most important
Ha,
concern.
that's my even my question. Like I told my mom and she was like, "नहीं नहीं रहने दो, shock लगेगा." मतलब I don't want to die because of that. Like अरे यार.
And that was my concern as well, because like in very simple words, you are sleeping peacefully on something that gets electricity. Like you're sleeping on on like an electricity, more or less. So if it's not well made, and the problem with Amazon is you can get a lot of options like this on Amazon, but none of them are coming from a reputable brand. So like yeah, let's say if you spill water on it,
है
or
ना? I was gonna hold on. I'll just put
what.
to spill water test. Have you tried that?
No, I like the winters are long and I do want to use it for a long time. So that's there. Now I like, even I won't recommend anyone turning it on entire time in the night and then sleeping on it. What I do is I turn it on, like let it heat, and after that, once I'm done, I turn the switch off and remove it from the socket just to be on the safer side. So this is warm, and it actually works for the entire night. And like if in the middle I get up, I turn it on again and then turn it off again. So yeah, even I won't, what if the power is gone? Well, it
चप्पल
like
पहन के सोना पड़ेगा. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. But still, you would be attached to the circuit,
like that slipper has to be very big, the chappal has to be very big,
so
and it
that
won't
it
only.
touches the ground.
So yeah, even I turn it off just like because I'm even not, I don't want to take that much risk. But surprisingly, this turns out to be effective, and
Mm-hmm.
for and it only costs less than like 500 600 rupees. So for that price, it's really effective. But do like take cautions while using it. It's not something that we recommend. You sleep on it while keeping it off, keep turning
But
it on.
I think it costs somewhere around 1,000 rupees. So
Mm.
if
And
you
get someone something with a good review.
tha with good reviews, because there are a lot of generic ones as well.
Okay, I think okay.
Oh, let's take some questions.
Mhm. So we will take questions for 5 more minutes, and this time, unfortunately, we are skipping QuizWiser for GadgetWiser, and we will be looking like for people who are watching this live stream after this was live. Do let us know even in the chat, what do you think about this QuizWiser versus
And how
GadgetWiser?
can we make it better? Of course. How did you think about the gadgets and how can we make it better?
Mhm.
Because
What we
this
can guarantee you.
हाँ,
is all the gadgets will be something that we have personally tested and we personally
perfect.
find it useful in our life. So we
हाँ भाई,
will try to find out those gadgets, something interesting, something fresh. You might have not seen it yet on our YouTube videos, and it will be fun. So we will together figure out how to make it more interesting. Just let us know what you guys think.
just let us know in the comments. And we are trying to reduce the time of it because I think we want to be crisp and useful for everyone. So we don't want to drag it too long. But of course, let us know what do you feel about it. And this entire month, we will be working on this live session quite a lot. And we are putting our 100% to go for it because this takes efforts. Like it's still Saturday and I think we are behind 2 or 3 videos, and but that's fine.
Oh yeah, it was a hectic Saturday, and I have few meetings aligned for tomorrow
I
as
have
well.
to work tomorrow as well. Galaxy Buds Live are available for 4800 now. Is it the best ANC TWS under 5000 now? No, man. Like Galaxy Buds Live are very experimental buds they launched. If people don't know, they look like kidney beans, like rajma जैसे दिखते हैं. And if
Mhm.
you put it on ears, it doesn't have that great isolation, and they made it to be for someone who doesn't like tight sealed earphones. So if you just wear them and walk out, you can hear a little bit of outside noise. You can hear that. So if you are new to TWS or if you don't know what you're getting into, don't buy Galaxy Buds Live because they aren't as loud and even the music is not that great. These are for special purpose, like for people who want to have outside wind, outside noise, and even listen to the music at the same time. A better option would be if you can get Galaxy Buds Pro. Those are really good. If you can get that around the 5000 price. Nothing Year One was also good, but right now they have stopped selling it. So I always go back to Realme Buds Air 3. I mean, for me, those are the best. I still use it.
High laptop for students and gaming under 55,000.
We are actually doing it. We are actually doing a laptop that is 55, 56,000. That is the HP Victus. And we are trying out the Ryzen 5600H. And it also has an external GPU that is 5500M. So yeah, the we just got done with the video. It should be out the next week. And personally, I feel the price range around, like, you wouldn't get like good laptops or like good laptops for video editing, gaming, graphics, and all of that under 60,000 because the price keeps fluctuating quite a lot. So you'll have to wait for laptops that are 60, 65,000. They get below and they come at 55,000. So HP Victus is one, Acer Aspire 7 with the 3050. That is a good one. If you can get that around 50, 56,000, those are good gaming laptop. Or else you can have anything with 1650 if you don't get it. External, I mean dedicated GPU.
Looks pretty good to me, actually quite useful to be honest. Oh yeah, thanks for the feedback. We will be looking forward to more such feedbacks, even even in the description or even the comment section. So yeah, and also let us know if you would like to see links to all of this in the description as well.
Oh, you people use smartphone or case or caseless? What do you do?
I use
I
a
use it.
expensive case. I use an
See,
expensive
you can
case.
see the bug.
Mhm.
It randomly blinks.
It does it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it randomly blinks. And it blinks in the charging. This didn't happen on the first day, but it's happening again.
I'm not sure if I can show you, but I'm using that D brand case that we imported for a video from US. So the case alone cost 10,000 rupees or something like 8 to 10,000 rupees just for the case, and it's definitely not worth that money.
We use case. I also use tempered glass because I don't trust myself and I don't like to use phones that are broken. And also I'm like कि अच्छे से ध्यान रखो, टूटने फूटने मत दो. मतलब you take care of it, it will take care of you. So that's my motto, and that's
Also,
how
the
it
phones we
goes.
use are not us, not ours. It's companies. We are just loaning it from TechWiser. So yeah, we have to keep it in the best way,
Of course,
best.
yeah, that's also best way possible. So I think that's pretty much it. This was a quick live, and I think we're going to keep it this way for the next 1 month. We want to answer crisp questions, do a well thought out, well done live, and let us know your feedback. We'll be reading all the comments as usual. And this is me, Pratik, and my co-host Mrinal signing off. See ya in the next SNL. Bye bye.